Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, June. How you doing today?
What's up, Angelica? I'm doing good. How are you?
Why you always just brief up your day? Like, you brief up your week with 2 words. Oh, I'm doing good. Okay. Hey, can you explain how you feeling? What's going on? How you living? You know what I'm saying?
Nothing much, just life. I've been a little stressed out lately because I'm trying to find, my lease is almost up in my house in February, so I'm trying to buy this time around, but I think it's smarter to find like a townhome and just rent out one side and live on the other half. So I've been stressed out trying to find. Look at all these different places. So that's what I've been doing, talking to different realtors and, thinking about what's the best choice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. Wow. I can't believe that we haven't even discussed this, but that is really positive. Me and my husband, me and Sam, we're trying to find a house and go through that whole situation too. And we haven't even started the process, and it's just it's a hot mess. Just the qualifications and everything like that, what we're trying to look for, what we're trying to work toward, it's just so much. But trust me, I definitely understand. I understand exactly what's going on with you. I feel you on that one. Them being in school and all of that. Ooh, I already know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing pretty good too. Like you've been stressed out. I've been stressed out too. Schoolwork, my teacher been assigning homework assignments 3 days before the due date, expecting us to get it done in 3 days because she's been falling behind. And I've been having to remind her every week to post our homework, post our exams, all of this stuff. And it's just been getting ridiculous. If you don't have time for your students, then you probably shouldn't be a teacher, And so it's been frustrating me that I've been having to remind her for the last 3 weeks in a row. And then on top of that, then when she finally do remember, the week I don't remind her because I feel like you're an adult and this is your job, you post the assignment 4 days late expecting us to get it done in 3. That's BS. And then it's not it's just one assignment, 17 questions, a quiz, and an assignment inside of another 49 questions that you got to answer. It's ridiculous. But besides that, I'm alive. So overall,
that's how you got to always end it. I'm here. I'm doing good. So,
I'm here. Yes. I'm here. I'm doing good. So I'm not going to trip. But yes, let's get ready and get it popping. I'm your host, Angel Vondrina.
And I'm your host, Jean, and you are listening to Confession
Session. Hey. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in last week. We truly appreciate the love and support. What? Are you hating? Okay, listen, y'all. Don't be afraid to share.
You couldn't even do that right. You couldn't even do the session right. But it's okay.
Oh my God. Oh, my God. I can't believe you right now. You know what? We'll discuss this after hours. You know what? No, we're going to discuss it now. I felt like my session was good. I felt like it was good. But anyways, y'all.
But I
once
don't
again,
understand why
don't be
you
afraid.
feel the need to. Be quiet.
No, why I feel the need to what? Just say what the fuck you got to say. And that's the inside joke, y'all. That's the inside joke.
But I don't understand why you feel the need to always pause at least 10 years. Do you know? I'll say something, you'll still be in your mind. I bet in your mind it's 1, 2, 3, go session. It's just
I think you're probably extremely drunk right now, probably, and so everything is delayed in your mind, and you think that's what's going on, but that's not actually what's really going on. I think you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what's going on. See, Jim can do whatever he wants because I'm not next to him, so I don't know exactly what's happening. But trust me, he'll be here next month, and we're going to do the show still, and we're going to be right next to each other, and it's going to be crazy, y'all, because we're going to be clowning.
Yeah,
anyways.
I'm so excited.
Yes, I am too. I really am. We're going to have to talk about that more as the day come near because it's coming up. Just a few short weeks. Thanksgiving's going to be here. Y'all, don't be afraid to share, tweet, retweet, and like our post in regards to confession session. If you know someone with a secret or someone that needs to get something off their chest, have them call into the show because we want to hear it all. like our fan page, Confession Session, like our Facebook, Angel Jeune. If you have any questions, please ask us. We want to hear from y'all. Before we get into our hot topics, we're going to go ahead and tell y'all that question of the day. Did you want me to go ahead and do that, Jeune, or did you want to go ahead and recap?
I can say it. So the question of the day is, what do you feel is some of the hardest things you may encounter while in a relationship? And how would you get past it if it was worth fighting for?
Yes, exactly. Those that are listening online, our number is 1-516-595-8282. All right, y'all, we're going to get straight into those topics.
All right. First topic I'm going to talk about is the last presidential debate of 2016.
Yes.
It was yesterday in Vegas. I'm so sorry because I do not know what the venue it was. I didn't even look. But, I would say overall this was the most serious. The moderator, Chris Wallace, he was able to get through all 6 of the topics during the debate, which was debt and entitlements, immigration, economy, Supreme Court, foreign hot sports, and fitness. I want to say a couple things that I guess that stood out to me during the debate. One was which Donald Trump, he said he does not know how he would handle losing the election, which is gross because it's just like you can't be like a true showman.
Right.
Like when you lose because you're not going to win. So when you lose, you're pretty much saying like you're going to be a bitch about it, you know.
Right.
Also, Trump, he says that he is pro-life, and even though he didn't basically come out and say he wants to reverse abortion being legal, he certainly made it seem that way. He said basically by the people that would get into Senate, if he was elected president, people that he would suggest, they would do it. And I guess he would just sign the bill. Like I don't know. Like he basically was saying he would reverse abortion being legal. It also was definitely like the most buck I've seen Hillary. Like she really, this is like the one time where she was just ready for his ass, and she was not gonna sit here and like try and be Miss Fleet. Like we all know Hillary's a bitch. Like and that's what I respect about her.
You know she's
like,
a Scorpio, right? You know she's a Scorpio.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but I can see that now. She said it. But it's just like I know that she's like she would get with your ass, but it's like that just because she's a woman, they want her to paint her out to be like sweet and innocent and smiling all the time, and it's just like no. She told Donald Trump that he choked when he met Mexican president earlier this year in January because remember like when he was saying he would tell the Mexican president to build the wall. And that that the president of Mexico was gonna pay for it, not America. But he didn't say that. He's basically like kissing ass, being a bitch that we all know he is. She also said that Russian President Vladimir Putin is behind, fucking with the whole election and everything getting leaked because they said that scale of the hacking is high level intelligence. And she pretty much wanted Donald Trump to fess up that Vladimir Putin was behind it. She said that it was disturbing. He said that he does not know Vladimir Putin, however. He said that he does not agree with his ways. So just more bullshit from him. But overall, it was a good debate. It definitely was. I mean, it did the job, made Donald Trump look like an asshole, and, further secure why Hillary should be our president for the next 4 years. Maybe not 8, but the next 4. How did you feel about the election?
I mean, I feel like Donald was trying to go hard, like on Hillary, like on some of the things she would be saying, like as I quote, and no, you can't quote me. No, there is no quote. And then like you said with Putin, he's the ruler in Russia. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much was stating that he doesn't know who he is. Donald Trump said he doesn't know who Putin is, but Putin said some nice things about him, and it would be all good if they got along. And like you said, Hillary, she was like trying to make him tell everybody, like, no, you are not, doing all the espionage and all of that. And not one time did he say that. And it was crazy because Hillary, she did make, to me, a valid point in regards to what Donald Trump is trying to do and how much money that's going to cost. You're trying to tell all of these people that you're going to make cops go to their house and then, get all the people who don't have legal identity, get them out, ship them out in buses. Like, that's bizarre. That is so bizarre. And then think about all the people that are actually really here illegally working. Do you know how many businesses are really going to go under? That will be a depression, another Great Depression. I feel like that's true. If Donald Trump became president, our block would be so empty. Me and my husband talked about that last night. Like, we were like, damn, it's quiet out here. Like, it's crazy.
No, I mean, because it's just like, I like what she said. Like, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to use excessive force? You're going to have motherfuckers knocking on every door, checking, like, people's papers in certain neighborhoods. Like, how far is this going to go? And it's also,
but you know what else?
Are breaking up families of 15 million people. There are 11 million undocumented people in this country. And I think if they're already here, if they already took their chance, they got jobs, they got kids here, why not make it easier for them to become citizens? Because at the end of the day, shit, they can pay taxes just like how we pay taxes, which would boost the fucking economy. I don't understand the problem. They here.
And dude, my thing is, though, there's only one thing.
Go
ahead, my bad.
I was just saying, and the thing is, I think with Trump, it's just he wants to point it out to where he wants to hype up the the racist white mind about it being like not enough jobs, but in his ideology, everything's about business. If you pay these motherfuckers below minimum wage and they know that, but they can't say anything because it's a chance they'd be deported, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? You be okay with making $4 an hour, or you go back to the horrible conditions you were in Mexico. It's all about business.
Right. Right. It was only one thing really that I agree with Donald Trump on, and that was about the whole abortion thing. Like, no woman should be having an abortion a day before the baby is born, even though that's what Hillary mentioned. That's not how it works.
How realistic is that? Who's going to have a baby?
Exactly.
Who's going to try to have an abortion the day before they have a baby? Like, that makes no fucking sense.
And I'm saying, I knew that's what Donald Trump was saying, but I was just like, that's bizarre.
No,
that's not how that works.
Real life was on bullshit. Like, it's just saying people that are past the normal.
Like he said,
is it okay?
He tried to use, like he said, he tried to use a scare rhetoric. Hillary is for abortion even the day before.
And that's what they do. That's what Republicans do. These hardcore right-wing motherfuckers, they try to scare Americans into believing this bullshit that Mexicans are rapists and terrorists and, Muslim people, they all got bombs on deck. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not the fucking case. Y'all are the gross ones. Everything about y'all is about the 1%, and they want to make it seem like everything is about protecting Americans. No, it's protecting the dollar in your pocket. You don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself. But on to the next topic. We're going to talk about another Trump, who I used to love because she was so gorgeous, but it's just like, the bitch, you ain't shit. You just like your damn daddy. But Ivanka Trump, well, actually, let me start over. BuzzFeed's founder, CEO, Jonah Peretti, he says in a private conversation that him and his friends had with Ivanka Trump, she mentions that she has never seen a mulatto cop. Jonah Peretti says about 8 to 10 years ago, he had a conversation with her at a dive bar called 128 in Manhattan. He says it being memorable because of how lewd and racist the comment was, and that he and his wife, who was also part of the conversation, still talks about it. But yeah, so she basically said that she's never seen a lot of cocks, and she's never seen a mulatto. Who the fuck says mulatto? Mulatto is like, it's a derogatory term for someone being mixed. But she said she would want to see one. Ivanka Trump has come out and continually denied the allegations, and also the Trumps are demanding an apology, even though 2 people have come forward and said the comments were true. What do you think about that?
All she got to do is look one up. Damn, bitch. Get rolled right up on the internet.
Come on now. I don't believe that. So you ain't never fucked no light skinned dude. So you only black. I'm sure you fuck black guys. For the only black guys you fuck with dark skin, like come on.
But listen, like seriously, I feel like the whole family is hers. Shit, he grabbing cooch. She want to see a cock. You know what I'm saying? Like they just a family of
he grabbing pussy. He grabbing pussy.
Right. He grabbing cooch.
Oh,
he wanna. Right. Right. But I don't know. It's they don't see. Like just they need to understand that whatever they do, they're being followed. Like you know what I'm saying? People don't say stupid shit in front of people that you don't know like that. You know you gonna get out here and you talking dumb and shit. Like shut up and just talking stupid, just like your daddy. The apple don't fall far from the damn tree.
Yeah.
How you feel about it?
And the thing is, it's just like, well, I don't like that she said mulatto. You know what I'm saying? She would have been like, you know, I'm actually never fucked somebody that was biracial. Like, I would actually want to fuck a biracial. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she was just being drunk and being gross and saying it that way, but it's like mulatto, clearly you're trying to be derogatory. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
mulatto was how, you know, back in like slave days, you know what I'm saying, they described people of mixed race, like, because they weren't quite black and they weren't quite white, but, you know, they still were slaves. So it was gross that she said that. Excuse me, I keep burping. I'm drinking beer. But yeah, it was just like, you know, and then on top of that, it's just like how the family, who we all know is y'all weren't shit, and now y'all trying to paint this like perfect American image of, you know, you're married to this foreign bitch that used to do whatever, you know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you trying to make it seem like you're just part of this wholesome family, and it's just like, no, like it's all lies. Like, y'all are fucking lying. Like, keep it real.
Yep.
Keep it real. Next topic. So, the Justice Department is taking steps to end its use of private prisons, and I think this is very good, and I'll tell you all why. But after it has been found that the facilities failed to maintain the same safety and security guidelines as those by the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Deputy Attorney General Sally Yates wrote in a memo that private institutions are not saving on costs and for instructed officials to decline to renew contracts for private prison operations. The goal is to end use of private prisons, but, you know, it can't all happen overnight. But instead of closing all 13 at one time to review, they're going to now review contracts once they're up for renewal. And, like, for instance, instead of, you know, them overstuffing prisons and it'd be a 10,800 people bed facility, maximum you're going to be getting is like 3,600 people, like 3,600 prisoners. But why I say this is important is because, did you see that documentary 13? I feel like I was talking about this earlier.
Well, we did talk about it earlier. You know, you like to play games and shit, so, you know, whatever. I expected you to ask me about this, but go ahead.
Wow. Why the intensity? I was just...
Wow.
No, but I was saying because of, you know, these private prisons, and prisons are, in general, are for profit. You know, it was this documentary that I seen recently that everyone, I feel, should see. It's very important.
Really?
It's called 13, and it's about the 13th Amendment. Is everyone is free, basically, unless you are convicted of a crime and then sent to prison. Then you, however, don't have any rights. You're basically a new slave. And it was just saying how these prison facilities are, you know, they aren't healthy, you know. They're doing all this work for people like, you know, these huge corporations, and it's a billion dollar business, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that they want to paint it to where everything is fucking about business with these people. Like they wanted to paint, you know, the war on drugs and the war on crime, but it was to make it easier to lock people up, how you can get locked up for anything, you know, to keep the black man in the prison system, ultimately keeping him a slave because this country was built on slavery. So they're trying to continue it. But they can no longer say niggers, and they can't they can't enslave black people, so they have to find ways. And even, before the whole war on crime, they said, like, people black men would be put in prison for years for shit like loitering. So it's important to say, to pay attention to what's going on. And it also talks about, like, how these corporations are clubs with politicians. And these corporations will tell these politicians to pass laws that are beneficial to them and their corporation, like these gun laws, which is why, I forgot they said, which company, but it was basically, the whole Florida state law, Sandra Brown, was started by this, which is the reason why George Zimmerman is getting off for, the whole Trayvon Martin case. And it's crazy, how in society is so much money behind these people. It may look like one situation, but everything is for business. So we have to pay attention about who the officials that we elect, people that we put into office. Because everything is about money, and we need start doing diligence. Watch the documentary first, and then vote. And before you fucking vote, don't do all Democrats. Look at each official for each person that's running, and read up on their policies, and then vote. Make it educational.
Right.
Down to the fucking alderman. You need to know who the fuck is paying attention to your damn block. Seriously. Because it's important.
Seriously. Just like you said, the prison system pretty much is rigged. I just feel like if it was nonprofit, less people would be in jail because there's many, like you said, it's $1 billion business. Many people, they put in people in jail. That's how everybody get paid. That's how pretty much the state is being funded, by putting motherfuckers behind bars.
And not to cut you off, it's now, and what annoys me, about Hispanic people, they need to wake the fuck up. Is because they feel like, this whole Black Lives Matter movement is not about them. And because people are starting to pay attention to what we're saying, and so they are doing the whole, prison reform and realizing that these sentences are too harsh. So now they're focusing on deportation because it is, because it's a big issue with Americans, a lot of white Americans. And so what they're doing is they're putting, these Hispanics that are illegal basically in prison, in these detention centers that holding them, making fucking, they were saying it was one prison center, I want to say in New Mexico, making fucking $11 million a month. What the fuck you doing making $11 million in profit a month, locking somebody the fuck up? Send their ass home. If you really don't want to.
$11 million?
$11 million, yes. One. Crazy.
Wow. That is crazy. Yeah, well, we're going to move into the next topic. And just before we move on to the next topic, I'm just going to do a recap of our question of the day. What do you feel are some of the hardest things you may encounter in a relationship? How would you get past it if the relationship is worth staying for? All right, y'all. Before I get into the next topic, I'm going to do my best to enunciate everything correctly, okay? All right, a Mexican judge was murdered while jogging outside his home Monday near Mexico City. Judge Vicente Bermudez Zagaras was 37 years old, and he lived in Metepec, which is 45 minutes west of Mexico City. This is the same judge who presided over Sinaloa cartel drug lord Juan or El Chapo. And according to the Mexico City newspaper, the judge was not given any protection while presiding over the case of the drug lords. Drug Zagaras died later in the hospital in Metepec. What's your opinion on that, Jim?
I did not hear anything you said, honestly. So I don't know.
Okay, well,
Judge, I heard you struggling to pronounce, his name. So what happened there? One more time.
I'm done with you. You know what? I'm done with you. And I was just pretty much overall, a judge was outside jogging outside his home, and he got shot right in the back of his head. And he was working on the case with some drug lords. And the Mexico newspaper said that the judge, he didn't get any protection while he was presiding over the cases of the drug lords. So he pretty much died in the hospital later on that day.
Damn. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Why would they kill the judge, though? You know, out of anybody, I feel like the judge is supposed to be the person that's just overseeing the whole situation. I don't think
Right. Kill the the people, the jury.
But I mean, that is intense. I definitely can see that happening, and the drug lords having something to do with that. But damn, that's scary.
I just feel like judges should be treated as celebrities. They're walking targets, and they definitely need to be protected. I watched a video of the murder, and it was so sad because the man ran right up behind him and shot him directly in the back of his head. I don't know if the judge had headphones on because he didn't look back when the footsteps was running up behind him. But personally, I feel that it's an automatic reaction when you hear somebody running up behind you to look behind you. It was a story. He was young. He had a full life still ahead of him, and I just hope his family is doing all right. I don't know why people feel that because you killed somebody of such high powers that you're going to get out of jail and everything is going to go away. Like, it's really a wrap now. They even stated that El Chapo will be extradited back to the U.S. in early 2017, so it's all bad. I just hope other judges handling this situation or handling situations like this are aware and get protection, you know, and do something before something tragic like this happens to them.
It's just a touchy subject because there's so much money behind El Chapo. It's just like you don't really know. You know, you would hope that people would, have the integrity to, lock this man up. But shit, who fucking knows? He can pay whoever. And like how he broke out before, the same shit can happen. Money goes a fucking long way. And I want to say El Chapo, he's a billionaire, right? So. It's only so much.
Money talk, bullshit walk.
Real life.
All right, y'all. So, y'all know, I thought, what?
No, go ahead.
I thought that adolescent mind was fully grown at the age of 25, but apparently I was wrong. A Michigan woman, Ann Sue Arterman, 25 years old, accused 4 black men of kidnapping, raping, and beating her for 2 days. She told investigators on March 27th she was kidnapped from her driveway, responded to the trunk of the man's car, and then the man drove her to an unknown location where the incident above I mentioned happened. During this time, she sent photos to her boyfriend, was taking selfies and text messages of herself bound and gagged and bleeding from her head, and begged her boyfriend to pay the ransom that the kidnappers were asking for. She eventually called her boyfriend and said that they had pretty much the kidnappers dropped her off somewhere near the house, and he drove her to the hospital where she told the cops same thing she told her boyfriend. Well, y'all, she's going to jail for 1 year. She's going to be on probation for 2 years, and she will be paying a fine of $1,158 because the entire story was a lie. She pleaded guilty to making a false report of a felony, which is a crime punishable up to 4 years, and then on top of that, she had a considerable rap sheet. And even taking all of that into consideration, she was still not sent to prison, but will be spending the next year in a county jail. What's your thoughts, Jen?
It's bullshit. It is fucking bullshit. She definitely should be prosecuted harder. You accuse, 3 innocent men of shit they didn't do. But that's what happens. They just go and say what the fuck they want to say.
She didn't right. I'm just glad that she didn't really, accuse nobody. You know what I'm saying? Point the finger at particular individuals.
Yeah.
Because that would have been bad.
3 black men. Well, what did they say on South Park? 3 Puerto Rican men. Do you remember that episode of South Park? Where it was he killed his son. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But I want to say his son found out he was gay, and so he killed his son or something like that. And he was it was a Puerto Rican man, and they want to look out for a Puerto Rican person or something like that.
That's kind of just
that's
bizarre.
You know what?
So that's just bizarre. Just lying, you lied on these 4 random black dudes, and that kind of reminds me of this woman. Her and this dude, they had a kid. When the kid was 10 years old, they broke up, and she put him on child support. when he can no longer afford the child support, I don't know if he lost his job or what. It didn't go into details in the article. She took him to court, and he ended up going to jail for over a year. While he was in jail, she told him that the kid wasn't his, and she didn't get a fine, and she didn't get in trouble, but he ended up losing a year of his life. And, like, for what? You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of got a question for you. Besides our question of the day, what type of, like, sentence do you feel women should get for falsely accusing men of unlawful acts?
If it is proven that it's false, they should serve the same amount that, you know, that they were facing, you know, the person that was being convicted, definitely. You know, if a motherfucker's going to get 8 years, they should get 8 years. Honestly, you know. But at the end of the day, still this harsh treatment. You know, that is kind of harsh for lying, but at the same time, it's just like you accuse somebody of something that's serious, of like rape or, you know, kidnapping. And especially as a black man, they was going to face some serious time, you know, and you just lied about everything. What do you feel?
Ooh, I won't say the same sentence. I think that it should be like a strict sentence, you know what I'm saying? Like, I say this, like if the man, he served like a year or 2 years in jail or some shit like that, particularly, then she should have to serve the same amount of time that he served in jail. You know, no probation, no getting out on good behavior. You're going to spend all them damn days of your life that you took from this man. But if he only served like a few days and she come out like, I was just playing, you know what I'm saying, then she should probably get like 6 months, like maybe 6 months probation, so she won't lose her job and shit like that.
But it definitely, if it's proven that line, it definitely should be something serious, because there's so many people that have been affected as far as, you know, rape and stuff like that, and it's the same thing.
Listen, I had seen this show on Lifetime, on Investigation ID, and it was this cute Puerto Rican chick, and she had got into it with her friend. She was drunk, messed up and stuff. Like, she went in the car with this dude. She told, when she got back, she stole her friend's car, and her hair was all wild and messed up. She got into a big argument with her friend, and she told the friends that the dude that she was just in the car with raped her. Dude, he went to jail and everything. I think he went to jail for like 7 years or something. And, like, then she finally, like, told the truth after all that. She had another baby and everything, like, got married and shit, living life happy, you know, but she be crying and stuff all the time because she was sad because she know that he ain't raped her and that man was in jail. And she said the only reason why she didn't tell the truth after she had went through that whole big blowout is because she felt as if that the judge, they wouldn't convict them. They wouldn't believe her story. Like, bro, so in, like, a case like that where you done took all them years, you deserve the same sentence. Like, yes, absolutely. That was crazy. He was crying and stuff when he got out of jail. I was like, wow, why would you do that to somebody? But, y'all, we're only going to take one call at this time. What type of sentence should women get for falsely accusing men of unlawful acts? We are going to take a call right now from a 414 area code number. The last 4 digits of that number is 8813. You are on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. You're on the air.
I'm sorry. What's the question again?
What type of sentence should women get for falsely accusing men of unlawful acts?
I would say they should get at least a minimum of, I don't know, somewhere in between 5 to 7 years.
Okay, and what kind of unlawful acts would you consider? Like for a sentence like that? I said, what type of unlawful acts would you like? Would be for a sentence like that? Like just a lie, or like actually like, oh, he raped me?
Well, something more serious like rape, I would say they should get a minimum of 10, maybe 5 in, and then like 5 on papers.
Okay, that's good. What you think about that, Jim? Thank you so much for calling.
Okay, no problem.
Jim, what you think about that?
5 years. Yeah, if you accuse somebody of rape, I definitely, And they found out you were lying, definitely, I can see that. 5 years.
Yeah.
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 Because it's like,
crazy.
I mean, what were they going to get, you know?
Right, exactly, yep, you're right, 100%. You guys, we will still, if you guys want to answer that call, answer that question later on throughout the show, you can still answer that question, ask us any questions that you may want, or answer our question of the day, which is, what do you feel is some of the hardest thing you may encounter in a relationship, and how would you get past it if the relationship is worth staying for? We are going to move into the next topic. So Clive Davis, he shared an emotional letter that he had sent to Whitney Houston. He sent the letter to Whitney Houston after a memorable appearance at the late Michael Jackson's 30th anniversary party. Clive and Whitney were very good friends when she passed away. He was so devastated. In his letter, he wrote, "Dearest Whitney, when I saw you Friday night at the Michael Jackson concert, I gasped. When I got home, I cried. My dear, dear Whitney, the time has come. Of course, I know you don't want to hear this. Of course, I know that you're saying that Clive is being foolishly dramatic. Of course, I know that your power of denial is in overdrive, dismissing everything I and everyone else is saying to you. I join your mother in pleading with you to face up to the truth now, right now, and there is no time or postponement. You need help, and it must begin now. Stand by you with love and caring to see you through it to newfound peace and happiness, and peace and happiness in every way, as a woman, as a mother, as a role model to inspire the rest of the world. Love, Clive." That was very heartbreaking. Jen, how you feel about that?
Yeah, it's. I'm sure it was definitely tough seeing somebody that you truly love. The whole situation, I think, is just interesting because, you know, when somebody has that much power as of a Whitney Houston, you know, but you love them dearly, this is one of your good friends, your business partner, and you see them fucking up. It's only so much you can say, but I'm sure it did break him, you know. I don't know about sharing it. I guess maybe sharing it if it was for good intentions, maybe someone's struggling with the addiction or he just had it on his heart, you know. But I don't really understand why he would want to share that letter with the world. What do you feel about it?
I feel like when you start to get delusional and mad at people for acknowledging the issue that you have with substance abuse, then you know you have a problem. When you have family or individuals saying, please get help, get yourself some help. The thing that's messed up about this is that you cannot help those that don't want to be helped. Being addicted to substance is an atrocious thing. It's heartbreaking. I say just prepare yourself.
It's an addiction. It's an addiction, and that's something that someone really has to be ready for, you know. No matter what you say to them.
Yeah, I know. I could say prepare yourself, especially for those who have individuals that don't want to change, have an insurance policy paid up, because those people that don't want to change, the substance abuse is going to eventually take their life. My dad died when I was 12 years old. His liver was poisoned by alcohol. And honestly, I barely seen my dad sloppy drunk or messed up. Like, he was always normal to me. But, I mean, I was 12 years old, you know. And so, and even when he was leaving and he was on a wheelchair getting, well, I mean, not on a wheelchair, but on a stretcher, getting wheeled out, I thought that he was going to be okay. I started crying, but I thought that he was going to be okay. Had no idea what substance abuse was or what it can do to you. And I didn't know no better, but it did it to him. And I just wish that I was able to get to him at the time that I am, at the age that I am right now, and stop him from passing away, you know. But I can't rewind time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, y'all, overall, if you know someone that needs some help and you want them in your life for years to come, you better let them know now, because tomorrow may be too late, for real.
Yeah, because I know with one of my loved ones, we actually had an intervention, and that was when she finally woke up, you know, when we told her, you know. Because some people really don't think they have a problem, but when everyone around you is just like, you know, and that's why to this very day I think interventions, some people are hard-headed and don't give a fuck, but if you know, if that person really cares about you, you know, and about their life, and they don't realize what they're doing, you know, interventions can help, because that was when it didn't necessarily stop the addiction right then, but it led to, you know, the ending of the addiction, because now They've been celibate
exactly.
for years now. Years. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let them know. Something going on. Don't just sit and just let it happen. Don't just talk shit behind their back. If that's somebody you really care about, let them know they have a problem that needs to change.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Also,
you're right.
Next topic. It's another ignorant, annoying, but this is where we at. We still second-class citizens in this bitch.
Right.
But
right.
During a Delta flight from Chicago to Detroit, a passenger needed emergency medical attention, and a flight attendant asked if there were any medical personnel on the flight. Dr. Tamika Cross, who is the OBGYN, offered to help flight attendant who said they were looking for actual health personnel, like doctors and nurses or whoever, and that they didn't have time to talk to her. The story has since went viral of, the whole situation. I don't know if you all have heard about it, but basically, what I said, the doctor offered to help somebody who was unconscious, and the flight attendant denied it and then he, questioned her. I don't know if it was he or she. I'm assuming it's a guy. Questioned her about, her being a doctor, and just ended up choosing this white man to help her. The story has since went viral, which has caused Delta to issue a public, not so much an apology, though, stating that the person they chose to help actually produced records showing they were a doctor. Dr. Cross, who works at Lyndon B. Johnson Hospital in Houston, has been in talks with Delta, but she says all she wants is a public apology on behalf of the flight attendant. What do you think about that?
Delta definitely needs to do an investigation, and they also need to suspend or fire the stewardess that made that statement. This had everything to do with race, age, gender, and discrimination. I'm extremely happy that her post went viral, and I want Delta to say something about this. I want to know what they got to say about this besides taking up for the people who are always in the wrong. This reminds me of a conversation that I just had recently, a couple of days ago, with one of my mentors. She was telling me that her manager at the company that she worked at had an insurance agent come out to the job, although the 3 employees that worked there all had health insurance. When the insurance agent came in, she asked each person individually, who are all African-American women, mind you, if they had insurance. They all said yes individually, and her retort to each person was state insurance, I'm assuming, in which they all had spousal insurance or insurance through their spouses' positions at their job, which also is not even really none of her business. That's not even worse.
Wait, so what happened? So they said state what insurance they have.
No, the insurance agent came in. She asked them what type of insurance if they needed health insurance. They all said no. She was like, because you all have state insurance, I'm assuming. Like, why would you even assume something like that? Why would you say that? And she said it to each person, including my mentor. And my mentor really don't play that seriously. So, and that's not even worse. So my mentor pretty much said that she went ahead and got the life insurance through the insurance agent because it was $15,000 and it was free as long as you work for the company. She went ahead and told the insurance agent, hold on, I need to get my mom's zip code. The insurance agent went ahead to tell her that she can't put her mom on her in life insurance because of the Wisconsin state law, whatever law that may be. After my mentor rectified the agent, letting her know that this isn't a property but an insurance, the insurance agent looked at her funny and said, oh, I just never knew someone that would rather have their mom get the insurance and not their husband. My mentor retorted, well, it's not my fault you're inexperienced, and told her that she needed a more diverse group of clientele. But that shit, it happens so often, it's disgusting, How
they just come and they just, they want to shut somebody down and be ignorant. And it's just like, bitch, you're a fucking flight attendant. At the end of the fucking day, you don't make that much decisions besides passing out fucking peanuts. You know what I'm saying? And wine to a bitch in the damn seat. Like, Shut the fuck up. And that's what annoys me. Like, people, they in real life feel like with these little ass jobs, you get somebody a little, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of power, and they think they're running some shit. Like, how hard is it to believe that a black woman can be a fucking doctor? Bitch, your dumb ass is a flight attendant.
Seriously.
It's not that hard.
Seriously.
Like, damn. Like, if she says she's a fucking doctor, ain't nobody finna sit and sit. I can't see somebody getting to die, just sit and lie about being a doctor and doing all this, you know what I'm saying, all these, whatever they do, precautions or whatever, and be lying the whole damn time. Like why the fuck
right.
did you do all? You know?
Exactly.
And then they want to sit and question, why the motherfucker on the floor dying, you want to sit and question her about her being a doctor and not with, all she do is trying to offer her free help to your bitch ass? I don't think the person should be fired, but yeah, they definitely should be suspended. And I don't think they'll I think that person should apologize.
Exactly. So, y'all, we're going to move into the next topic because we cutting it short. But before we move into the next topic, today, once again, is what do you feel are some of the hardest things you may encounter in a relationship? How would you get past it if the relationship is worth staying for? And once again, y'all, our number is 1-516-595-8282 if you are listening online. All right, y'all, we're going to go into our last two topics. Now, y'all know we discussed Shawty Lo. He passed, a couple weeks or last week. And now we're hearing some new information in regards to his death. Apparently, the medical examiner said that two females were in the car with Shawty Lo at the time of his crash and asked the cops on the scene if they can take a bunch of cash out of his pockets. The cop allegedly let them do it, leaving behind around $16 in his pocket. One of his daughters is blasting the rumors, denying that any of it is true, saying, all these folks all up in my family business. And then she's like, I know my daddy didn't lose no control of no car. My daddy can drive real good. So the police is not pretty much what she's saying. The police is not going to let random people go in his pocket, and that we need to mind our own business, or they need to mind their own business. All I got to say is yikes. Jen, how you feel about that?
I don't know if I believe the story because, that doesn't make sense. If the police was there, like, why the fuck would you let somebody just rob a fucking dead man? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I feel the same way. I feel like I hope this story isn't true. Hoes be reckless, but his family, I feel like needs to stay off.
I was thinking maybe, like, nobody was on the scene, and they thought it was Shawty Lo, and it was like a nice car, and then they, I could see something like that, like a crackhead doing some shit like that. But man, as far as like, you have to be real life, like no soul, to rob somebody that's like about to die or is already dead.
Oh my God, I have no soul. No, I'm just kidding.
No, are you a crackhead?
I might be. No.
Oh my God.
Where's the Herald? No, I'm just kidding.
Where's
I hope
the what?
the story isn't true. The Herald, like heroin. See, that's how we don't do no damn drugs. We don't even know. We don't even know how to talk right.
Okay, look, I don't even know how to get.
You don't even know the code language.
Like, where you get down from Walgreens to Target? Like, I don't see about the for real.
I was using it, the fake way, the pretend way, how you be joking. Anyways, though, I hope the story ain't true. I hope his family stay off social media until it's proven, because no one wants to be looking silly for making unfact statements. But anyway, y'all, we gonna knock out this last topic before we start taking our questions of the day. Go ahead, Jen.
So this was actually, I don't know if this was like today or yesterday, but apparently Kanye West is beefing with Jay-Z. So recently he lashed out against Jay-Z during a concert in Seattle. He says that he is not on Drake's official record, Pop Style, because of the issues between Tidal and Apple and both the streaming companies and contractual obligations and all this other stuff, all this other bullshit that he says. And also because of the fact of Drake beefing with Meek Mill. He also says that Jay-Z did not reach out to him when Kim Kardashian was robbed, and that their children have never even played together. What do you think about that, Angelica?
Oh my gosh! Like he don't have to come.
Oh my God!
You are silly. Yes, so that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. He don't have to come and see you. You know, he got other shit that he's worried about, like his relationship with Beyonce, like his family. Now, I feel like Kanye West is taking that friendship too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, you know, being mad at a friend for not checking up on you or not, you know, being there, whatever like that. But seriously, you going in a public eye, doing a whole rant on stage in front of everybody, acting like a little bitch with your grown ass, you biting the hand. You biting the hand.
That fucking feeds you.
That's what you doing. You biting it. And I talked to my husband about this. My husband was like, you know, he's rich. He's good to go now. But it's like, really, you really biting the hand? Because as quick as you made it.
That helps your black ass out.
Right after you almost died in an accident. Helped your mama get surgery. Your mama and them passed away because of you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even trying to be reckless or whatever. But seriously, like, it's just like you biting the hand. Don't bite the hand. I don't like people that bite the hand.
I just feel like, you know, I know Kanye is like very emotional, but at the same time, I just feel like if you really have an issue and this is your man, this is your brother, you know, a father figure, however you view Jay-Z, somebody obviously that's closer than just a business relationship, that you should have the decency enough to contact to the public, you know, and to the media to talk about shit or
crying.
To me, that's some bitch shit. Like, if I really have love with somebody, I'm going to give him a fucking call and be like, because I can understand him being pissed about him not reaching out to him with the whole Kim Kardashian situation, because whatever you want to say about Kim Kardashian, that's his fucking wife. You know what I'm saying? If some shit happened to Beyonce,
Yep.
You can most certainly believe that Kanye is going to reach out to the Knowles Carter family. And at the same time, I would be pissed too if my kids is around the fucking same age and they've never hung out together. Like, what's the issue? But how he did it, that was some big shit. Be a boss about it.
Busy. The issue is he's busy, bro. Why is somebody just being reckless outside?
I don't know, because, you know, I like both of them. You know, Kanye, he does talk too fucking much. But, you know, he's always had reasons to say, and I'm not defending him because, like I said, that's some bitch shit. This is your brother. You know, this is your man. This is what you on. You know, you can't be running talking shit about him. Like, so now, how's y'all relationship? You really think Jay-Z finna fuck with you now? You talking shit about him in public? And then, I can understand how Jay-Z feels too. He don't fuck with Drake like that. Like, you know, and he fucks with Nicki Minaj, who is with Meek Mill. So, of course, unlike Kanye, he's loyal.
Too much.
Everything is about fucking loyalty. Be a little more loyal, Kanye. I understand where you're coming from, and you have every right to be upset. But stop being a bitch nigga, like, for real. Damn, stop being a fucking Kardashian. But that's it.
He's on his wood chip. All right, y'all. We are going to go ahead and talk about our question of the day. Now, our question of the day, like we stated earlier, you can answer this question too. What type of sentence should women get for falsely accusing men of unlawful acts? Also, you guys remember our phone number, 1-516-595-8282. But before, I want to ask Jen, what do you feel is some of the hardest things you may encounter in a relationship? How would you get past it if the relationship is worth staying for? After that, we're going to be answering your calls. I hope y'all ready. Go ahead, Jen.
So, first of all, I want to say I think you should clear that up. I think you should say our question of the day, but if they want to talk about the whole, you know.
Yeah. Y'all want to talk about something else? If y'all want to have a conversation with us, if y'all want to ask us some questions, do so. Do so, damn it. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to, you know what I'm saying, talk.
Yeah, but I feel, what do I feel some of the hardest things to deal with in a relationship? I mean, I feel like it's the same for everybody. Definitely finances, infidelity, you know, family. You know, if somebody's a little bit too over, if somebody got a mama that's too overbearing, or you know, your husband don't like your mama or your daddy or your sister. You know, somebody that's really important to you. You know, that could be an issue. But, I mean, how would you get past any of those? I just feel like you have to realize in all situations that it's you and this person. You know, if it's worth it, if you knew what kind of situation they were in as far as finances, you know, and you know that y'all are in two totally different tax brackets, but it was okay in the beginning, you have to realize that until this person is on what you want to do or, you know, making what you expect them to make, y'all going to have to make some sacrifices, and that's just what it is.
Yep.
As far as infidelity, you just have to be the bigger person and trust that if you're going to stay with them, that it's not going to happen again. I definitely feel like it shouldn't be something that, you know, you should let it go right away. Maybe, you know, I don't know, because I don't think you should go out and do the same thing. I think that's kind of fucked up too. But, you know, maybe y'all should have a little break and some space. But if you are going to take them back. Like, don't keep bringing this shit up, you know.
Right.
And then as far as with family, you and your partner have to realize that y'all are in this together, you know. Fuck what your parents got to say. I know that's your mama and you love your mama, you know, and you love your daddy. But at the end of the day, y'all are in this. Y'all are paying each other's bills. If y'all happy together, you know, be happy together. If she don't like them, but you like them, ignore what she's saying.
Right.
Unless he beat your ass. I think that's the only deal breaker. Like, as far as like physical, violent, emotional, if that person's breaking you down, it's definitely time to move on. But yeah, y'all just, I feel like relationships, you just have to realize like y'all in it, like y'all are living. And that's what always sticks with me. Like my older sister Sierra, she's like one of my best friends. She always tells me, you know, being in a relationship, you have to learn to coexist with somebody that's from a totally different background than you, totally different upbringing. Y'all don't agree about nothing, pretty much. You have to learn to deal with this person, you know. So it's not gonna be easy, but it's worth it. How do you feel about it?
I feel like some of the relationships that are most difficult is jail, death, and cheating, and also violence. I feel like jail.
I didn't even think about jail. That's some, yeah.
Actually, the reason why I thought about that is because me and my husband talked about it the other day, and he was like, you know, if I went to jail, I don't even know if I can trust you to, you know, still be here. And I was like, well, why would you go to jail? I don't understand. Like, there's no reason why you should. I don't understand. My husband is a good man. You know, I don't understand why you would be in jail. It makes no sense to me. You know, so I feel like if you go to jail and you get pent up for 10, 15 years, it would be pretty selfish of you to ask me to wait for you to, you know, to come out of jail. It would be pretty selfish because
and
whatever
that's one
you
thing
do,
I don't get. Why do niggas expect for them to fuck up and do some illegal shit and for you to hold them down? Well, 9 times out of 10, they not going to do the same shit. When you look at these women in these prisons, they don't got somebody visiting them but they damn kids.
Seriously.
Chapo is the only nigga in the world that I know that hold his wife down while she's in prison.
He did. He held his wife down for real. On the real, he did. I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
But yeah,
that's crazy.
You shouldn't expect for somebody to hold you down like you should. Like you shouldn't. It's hard.
But I feel like, if it's some BS, it's different.
Huh?
I say, yeah, I know. Me too. I put myself in that position too. I feel like if it's BS, like if you got like, you know, some went to jail for some stupid stuff, you know, you in jail for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like literally some stupid stuff like, oh, but once again, we don't do anything that's so bad that we would end up going to jail for. Like we don't have, you know, bags and crack and all of that stuff. We don't do anything really illegal or, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's really no reason. Right. There's no reason why I see me and my husband in jail. You know, we don't be just carrying guns and acting crazy, psychopaths. So that's one thing. I feel like death in a relationship is also another thing to go through, and that's difficult for people to understand. And that you may encounter in a relationship, because I know that, you know, I'm not, like I said, my father passed away, but my husband wasn't around, but my husband's mom passed away, and that was a really difficult time for us to deal with, you know what I'm saying? And it was pretty recent within the last few years, and it was difficult for us to deal with, but we got past it, but a lot of people, they can't understand and deal with that, knowing that somebody's emotional. They can't, you don't never know what's going to happen. Like, it's a lot of things that can happen. Like, you might lose your job, or you might can't function at work, or can't work anymore. And, now you're trying to figure out and scramble, and finances is looking crazy. So that's another trial as well. But as far as cheating goes, that's just something I'm not going to tolerate in my marriage. I just don't feel like that's something that I would either stay with, stick by. I just don't have time for it. Like, if you feel like you want to cheat, then be my guest, but holler. Now, I don't want you trying to, it was a mistake. Well, damn, you got a mind. So
and also, I think that in a relationship, you should be honest enough to where if you are, prevent the shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
I guess that's
like,
right.
Honestly, I feel like it's better. Sorry, I didn't mean to, But I just feel like it's to let a motherfucker know, like, I'm not getting satisfied, or, me and, so-and-so at work is getting a little close, and, and it's going there. I think you should be honest, and yeah, it's going to be hard to listen to, because just like what, you're going to be thinking like, why the fuck would you let it go that far or whatever, but stop it before it happens. It's better than actually doing it and then regretting it. Or even worse, ultimately not saying shit and ultimately getting caught. Like, that's really what's gonna fuck you up, So
yeah. And then my last thing, you like you were saying with cheating, but yeah, I just don't have time for it, especially because of where I am at my point. Like, next year make 10 years for me and my husband. We've been a couple, and 2 years that we've been married. And I just feel like at this point in my life, like, if you ready to cheat, if you ready to find somebody else, then just let my ass know, because, it will hurt my feelings, it will upset me, but, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather you let me know before I find out, because if I find out, I'm definitely dead in your shit, and it's going to be just a real bad situation, and I might end up getting choked out, you know what I'm saying, and now I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? So I just let me know. But the last thing is violence, once again. I just, like, when you're younger, you do stupid shit and you fight and you just want to box. And I remember, like, just plenty of times me and my husband, but boyfriend back at the time, I was, like, 16 years old, like a fool, grabbing glasses, trying to break it, cut my hand. That's like a silly-ass little girl. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm older, I'm 25 years old, and it's amazing how much you can grow, by the age of 25. Like, that's no, absolutely not. You shouldn't be putting your hands on me. I shouldn't be putting my hands on you, because women that put their hands on men, vice versa, deserve to get hit back, because you shouldn't be doing that, especially when you're 25 years old. You're an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit shouldn't happen. I don't give a damn how mad you are. And it's so cool, because now I have a balance. So if me and my husband, we get into a small argument or something like that, he's going to walk away or I'm going to walk away, because we don't have time to be sitting up there trying to be violent towards each other or trying to physically hurt one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just stupid. Even if it came to the worst situation ever, like, he's cheating, and this and that and other, or I'm cheating or something, like, we're not going to be trying to, I'm going to punch a lights out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, let me sit down and calm down and think about what I'm going to get ready to say.
I think that's one excuse. Like, definitely, like, if I cheat on this, I'm just going to expect for him to whip my ass. Like, I'm just going to expect it, like, and accept it, like, but that's it.
Expect that ass whooping, huh?
Yeah, like, he already told me, because, he crazy, so, yeah.
I will beat your ass and cheat on me, motherfucker. No, all right, so we're going to take a call. The first call is coming from a 414 area code. Last 4 digits of that number is 0254. Again, the questions of the day: what type of sentence should women get for falsely accusing men of unlawful acts? And what do you feel is the hardest thing?
I think you should just say, like, the question of the day. Like, if they want to talk about that.
Okay, all right, whatever.
That's a lot.
Whatever.
People get confused. You know how, like, the last call was like, you got to,
Okay. Well, our question of the day is, what do you feel is some of the hardest things you may encounter in a relationship? How would you get past it if the relationship is worth staying for? This is also y'all time to confess. You are on the air. 414, area code, last 4 digits of that number is 0254.
Hello. Hi. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. How are you?
Good. Well, okay, so I do want to elaborate on that first topic, but So the question, I feel like one of the hardest things to face, a lot of people feel like it's probably commitment, but I think it's a little bit deeper. It's communication. Sometimes when you get into a relationship with somebody that you feel like you've been knowing for so long that you think the communication is strong, but when you cross the barrier for a relationship, everything starts over. So I feel like people feel like they have that communication in the beginning because when you're talking, you're talking. You know, when y'all trying to get together, y'all trying to be dating, you know, it's slow. You talk a lot. But when you're in a relationship, that kind of starts to drop down. So I feel like the communication is what really breaks up a lot of relationships because you don't know how the other person feels about a certain thing in a certain situation. Just because previously they were cool with it, that doesn't mean now that they're so deep into you that they are. So you got to, you know, change up a little bit. But if y'all don't have that communication, y'all lagging. And then that's when people start doing other shit like fucking around because, you know, and a lot of the times fucking around isn't just for having sex. It's, you know, it's actually for the fact that we missing something that I need and somebody else giving it to me. For men and women.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about that.
People don't want to be honest, you know.
Because, you know, when you get into talking about the truth, that shit kind of hurt. You know, some people don't want to hear that shit. Some people don't want to be placed in their seat. You know, some people don't want to be told what it is. They don't want to hear it. So we all suffer from that shit. Like my boyfriend just pointed at me. But anyways, we all suffer from some communicational difficulties. You got to, if you want anything to work, whatever issue you have, talk about it, no matter how big or small it is. Even if you feel like, you know, it's kind of ridiculous for you to feel upset about it. Just talk about it because, you know, however something is putting you in a disposition, talk to your significant others because that's what they're there for, to understand you, to let you vent about the dumbest shit and actually just let you just cry about it, whatever you need to do. They're there for you with no judgment. So talk about it.
Yep. Heck yeah.
And then
thank you so much.
The first topic, I know that a lot of the times people falsely accuse men and women for sexual assault, harassment, rape, or whatever. I feel like the actual consequence of it should be a lot bigger than what it is. Like I heard about a man who was falsely accused for rape and spent like 10 years in jail, and like, you know, found out it never happened. That one guy that was from Milwaukee that was like they said he raped someone and then he went to jail for it and turned out he did it and then he turned around and killed that reporter. Like that shit happened. So, you know, they should really dig a little deeper instead of just placing blame on the first person that got a criminal background.
Yep, you're right. You're right, on the real. Thank you so much for that. We're going to move into another caller from another 414 area code. The last four digits of that number is 9130. You are on the air.
Pass.
Hello?
Pass.
Oh, okay, thank you. We have another caller from a 414 area code. The last four digits of the number is 8952. You are on the air.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good. Thank you for asking. How you doing?
I'm chilling. Pretty much, I think the people who be lying, saying that people be, like, raping them and all of that stuff, I think those people should get burned. Get jail. You should throw these people in some kind of furnace.
Get
like
stoned, he said.
Concentration camp type shit. Like, we need to throw these motherfuckers in a special place on the planet and just fuck they shit up. Like, nuclear bomb they shit. Like, fuck them, for real. I mean, because it's messed up, man. They be ruining people's lives just from a little lie, just because they embarrassed because they mess with so-and-so or something like that, and then they'll mess around and say, oh, so-and-so did this. Like, you can't do that. Then they got people in jail, like, getting, like, 30-year sentences for nothing. So, yeah, those people probably just get bombed.
Well, thank you for that. But, I mean, I don't totally agree with bombs and concentration camps and craziness like that. However, I do agree with the fact that they should be, you know, stoned or beheaded. You know, no, I'm just kidding. But it definitely should be a consequence. We're going to take one more call, you guys.
I didn't even hear you said stoned.
Right. I said stoned and beheaded, and your ass, yeah, they sure should, girl. They sure should be. They had some motherfuckers. Behead some bitches, no. So, y'all, we're going to take one more call for the evening from a 111 area code. The last 4 digits of that number is 1111. You are on the air. Hello? Okay, you guys, I'm thinking that's going to be a pass. All right, but yeah, those who are listening online, once again, our phone number is 1-516-595-8282. And today was just crazy, y'all. But also, don't forget, we have a Gmail that you can send your confessions to at confessionstous@gmail.com. Before we end our show today, Jean, do you have a confession this evening?
Yeah. So my confession, it's a little, but sometimes I feel like, I've never been, diagnosed with it. Sometimes I feel like I do battle a little bit with, depression. I just, I would say for the past couple of weeks, I've just been, a little, I don't know if it's depression, though, because it's not like I'm just, crying and emotional. It's just, I feel like I'm in a funk, and sometimes I feel like I'm going to always be in the position that I'm in, and I want to progress, and it's just not happening as fast as I wanted to. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just a little too hard on myself, but, yeah, I just need to find some happy.
I feel like you feel like every other 25 or 26-year-old feel like, oh, my God, I'm getting older. Life is not getting any shorter. I don't feel like I'm going nowhere. But think about this. Now, a lot of people, and they forget. And I forgot. I had to actually remind my husband recently because of how he was feeling about turning 28 next year. And I'm just like, dude, look what you've accomplished, and I'm going to say the same thing to you. Dude, look what you've accomplished. 10 years ago, you were, 15 years old. You were in high school. You were thick as fuck, with that big-ass booty that you was just shaking all across the hallway. You was, teaching us how to drill, stepping at fucking Nicolay High School, living at home with your mom. Now you is living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You traveling. You ain't got no motherfucking kids. You in college. Saying you are just, you doing good. You got a fantastic job making plenty money. You know what I'm saying? Plenty money. Got this big-ass house, big-ass beautiful house. That's your own house, and it's humongous. And you got this dope-ass new car, and you tripping. I just feel stagnant. Like, man, you don't shut the fuck up and be happy and thankful and proud of what you got right now, and you ain't got no little badass rugrat running around the house. You literally, whether you know it or not, got all the time on your hands right now. And you better stop bullying. The only thing that's happening right now is time. It's just, it seems like it's going so fast, but we can do a lot of stuff. Like even me, tomorrow I got a trillion things to do, but I'm still going to find time to make sure that I hang out with my son, that I show him as much time as I can and all of that stuff. And shit, you ain't even got to do that. You just got to make sure you please bae. Make sure you have that dinner ready. You know what I'm saying? All right. But seriously, you truly just be blessed, dude. I know a lot of us, we always feel like, man, time is just, we're 25, 26, 30, 32, you know what I'm saying? At 21, 22, you know what I'm saying? Man, time is really flying past. Just don't be in a rush. Take your time. I know one of my real good friends, she's in school right now for a for a master's degree. Dude, this bitch is 25 years old. Dude, going for a goddamn fucking master's degree. Dude, that's boss-ass shit. You know what I'm saying? That's to me, that's some boss-ass shit right there. That's, I was telling somebody today, it'd be nice for me to have my master's degree before I turn 30. She gonna have hers by the time she turns, 27. You know what I'm saying? So just be happy, because you can be fucking 50, 60, 70 years old trying to go to school, trying to do everything that you're doing now, trying to make the money that you is. Now, you know some people out here that don't even make that's fucking, you know, in their 60s and in their 50s don't even make as much money as you do in a year, in a week, in a month. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing pretty good overall is what I'm saying. So be happy about that. It's hard. Life is hard. Don't stress yourself out. Just keep moving forward and stop trying to please everybody else. Please yourself. That's what it's all about, pleasing yourself.
No, well, thank you. I didn't mean to be dramatic, but yeah, just being honest.
Yeah. Right, because I went into a whole speech on your ass. I did that Hillary thing. I don't really have a speech, y'all, tonight. I just have something to say. I'm tired. I got up this morning. I worked out, went ham. I didn't even take my workout pill. I just worked out. And tomorrow, like I said, I have a long day. In the morning, I got to pick my mom up from the airport. I got to get up at like 3 in the morning, pick my mom up from the airport, take her to my auntie house so she can go pick up her car, go to work straight from there. And her flight lands at, like, y'all might be like, oh, stop complaining. Her flight lands at, actually, no, it lands at 4, and I have to make sure I'm good to go. So I have to be up by 3-something. And then from there, then I have to take my son by 3:30, go to work all day, do my coworker's work, who's off work for the week, go pick my son up on the south side from his school to take him all the way back to Brookfield to his appointment, take him all the way back to the south side home, just to, you know, relax. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going home. I'm going straight to my damn cousin's house because she needs help taking her sew-in out, and then I'm going to go home. I'm going to be up from like 3 to, I don't know, like 8 o'clock at night, 3 a.m. to 8 o'clock at night. But y'all know what? Tomorrow's motherfucking Friday. So that's all that matters. I'm going to get ready after I get off the phone with y'all. I'm going to go and relax. I'm going to wrap up my hair because I just got my hair done yesterday, and it's looking flawless, yes. And that's pretty much it. But before we end our show with our normals, Jen, do you have anything that you need to say?
No, just a continuous thank you of listening to the show. You know, it's starting to pick up. You know, it's not nearly, you know, where we're trying to go. So we still in there, you know, trying to get everything together, get everything in order. But just thank you so much for the support. Everybody that's just been there, just listening every week. You know, our family, our friends, and, you know, new people that tune in and listening. It's just, we really appreciate it, you all. We in this together, you know, because we have a message that we're trying to achieve.
We do.
And it's going to happen. It's going to take some time, you know.
Right. This is episode like 19 or 17. This is our 17th episode. We've been doing this since July.
Yeah, we've been talking shit
you know.
since day one, and we're going to keep talking shit because ain't shit right in this world.
Exactly. So, once again, like me and Jen always say, we want to hear confessions from y'all. So remember, if you don't want to confess on the air, email us your confessions at confessionstous@gmail.com or sign up to Blog Talk Radio and write any confessions in the typing area. Jen told us his confession. I told y'all what I had to say. Milwaukee residents, if you know anyone in need of a house cleaning, store clean out, elderly cleaning, or cleaning for weekly service, contact Angelo's Cleaning Business at 414-699-5068 for more information. And also, if you guys know anybody that needs some type of resume service done, you can resume tweak, job resources, cover letters, reliable references, contact Rice Resumes by looking at Rice Resumes on any social media site for more information. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all can expect to hear us next week, Thursday, October 27th, which is crazy because that means that we only have 1 week left. I have 2 weeks left pretty much for the month of October, and then it's already November, and the year's over. It's over, guys. It's over. You guys get that is crazy. That is crazy. Y'all can hear us at the same time, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. We want to hear from y'all. If you want to ask any questions, tell us your confessions. Email us once again at confessionstous@gmail.com. You guys, this is your host, Angel Vondrina.
And I'm your host, John Mosby, and you are listening to Confession Session. So thank you so much. Ignore what she has to say. We really appreciate it.
Wow, we discussed this shit earlier, Jen. We discussed this earlier. You know what, y'all? I'm going to talk to y'all later because I'm going to go and call him and curse him out. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
I'm cussing you out. Just know that.